Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bat Friends Beyond podcast, episode 148. I'm one of your hosts, Chris. I'm joined by the world champion here, Joe. What's going on, Joe?
Bush League. This is Bush League. Punch you right in the baby maker. Straight shot.
Take two.
Apparently someone's dying.
So, yeah. That's fine. As long as they don't come here.
Last week, which you guys don't know when that is because time has lost all meaning in this show. I was walking home because they were literally right over there in an Airbnb. Apparently there's an Airbnb above the bridal place.
Okay.
So I was walking home and there were a bunch of fire engines with their sirens on and a tour bus in the middle. So like they were escorting someone on a bus and I'm like, it was like midnight. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? Like, first off, if you're escorting somebody in the middle of the night, why are your sirens on? Because they weren't going fast. They were just going 30 miles an hour.
So, like, was the noise siren? Like,
yes. It was very odd. It was a very odd situation.
Listen, this is... I'm not normally the guy to say this, but that's a defund the police scenario.
But it was odd, and that's where I'm like it was a charter bus. So it wasn't even like, there was no like wrap to it. There was no merchandising. It was just like a bus you or I could charter.
Was fucking Joe Biden on the bus?
That was my first thought. And I'm like, but because it was just a bus, like a Trailways bus. Like I'm like, what the fuck? And like again, like I said, like they weren't speeding by. So like I'm walking and like they just blast the sirens in my ear, and I'm like, no one else is out. There's not even anybody on the road. What are you doing?
Do you know what city you're in?
Right. This isn't even a city.
It's a village. There's only white people. No.
No, there's a lot more black people. It's becoming a problem. I'm kidding. I love black people. Fuck white people.
The day I found out,
Fuck Whitey.
This is the bubble.
Kill Whitey!
This is the bubble I lived in.
Sure.
The day I found out that there's like a very strong Puerto Rican community, like one town over from us.
Sure.
Like in between where I live and you live.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this is weird. Like it's such a small town, but then somebody explained to me that it's people going to the casino, like that work for the casino.
Okay.
And it's like apparently like a bunch of people from Puerto Rico came over and were like, we can pay them a lot less money to come work here. I don't know, but I was like, why here in the middle of fucking New York?
But that's where you have to remember, like, I know that we're not next to the city, but we're still, like, in the context of the country, we're very close to New York City, and there is a very strong Puerto Rican community in there. So, like, for people to come up, like, it's not, like, again, I told you, people in Auburn, there's people in Auburn that commute to New York City.
Yeah.
So, like... It's, because that's, I was...
Let me make it clear. I don't have a problem with it. I just thought it was a strange place to congregate.
I love Puerto Rican women. I love any women. Hello. Not all women, but...
Just most of them.
Yeah. No, it was actually, there was a podcast, I was going to tell you this off air, but I can make it work kind of here. One of the political podcasts I was listening to was talking about, like... The author described it as the coming suburban apocalypse.
Okay.
Because basically the way that after World War II, our grand experiment in this country to build the suburbs instead of cities or whatever is unsustainable, and we've reached the point of unsustainability. And, but he was describing it where it's like, because he said, because like they're talking about things, and I'm like, yeah, but that's not my experience. That's my experience. And then all of a sudden, like half an hour in, they go, we got to remember, like the Northeast are all old cities, so everything's together. And I'm like, okay, thank you for acknowledging what I've been saying. Where it's like, I don't know what you're talking about because I live where all the colonies were, and we just built everything together. Like even where we are, which is like we would consider it rural, it's spread out. It's not like Minnesota. It's not like Oklahoma. Like.
Well, there's that old...
We'd be city folk to fucking people living out in the middle of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
But
there's that thing where they talk about, like, there's nowhere to build and all this shit. Like, where we're going to house all these people. But then, people who drive through, like, the middle of the country...
Right.
they'll tell you that like you'll drive and there'll just be nothing.
Yeah.
For
when we went to Gen Con,
miles.
when we went to Gen Con, we went through like I think it's Iowa. Yeah, Iowa's that part, or whatever. But like, yeah, we were just going through like just open like. I mean, I'm familiar with cornfields, but this was just ridiculous, like miles of. And then what you'd see, because it's a highway, major highway, you'd see like a giant factory where like probably 5,000 people work, and then nothing.
I'm going off what other people have told me on this one, but I've been told like it's long distances. Like we could build cities in these areas.
Right.
So like the idea that there's just no room, it's like that's bullshit.
But it's also where you look at it where it becomes like when people say there's nowhere for people to live, you can put them there.
Yeah.
Then what do they do?
Well, then the idea that there's nowhere to build.
I understand. Or like I said, I'm looking at cornfields. So that's where a lot of food, like, when they say it too, it's like, there's a lot of food. So, like, okay, now if we use that land for other things, it's not just the land where the buildings are that's not going to be usable as food. Like, you're not going to, like, Rochester doesn't have a cornfield next to the Kodak building.
No.
Well, it's not even the Kodak building anymore, but you get what I'm saying.
Just high schools.
Right. Right. Not where food is.
The joke there, everybody, is that there's multiple high schools in our areas that are surrounded by cornfields.
But you get what I'm saying.
No, I've heard some of the states below, like underneath, it's not even cornfields, it's just land.
Yeah. It's why the plains, the Great Plains.
Yeah.
Great Plains.
There's just nothing.
Yeah.
But so it's interesting.
And that's why those places don't deserve more representation, because nobody lives there. Go ahead.
I was going to say, as a perfect transition here, let's talk about Batman Beyond. Oh, God. Whoever commented that, I hate you. You are a terrible human being.
What made me laugh was after you sent it to me, I listened to the episode where I did it a lot. And I'm like, well, gotta give the people what they want.
We're going to watch Season 2, Episode 20 of Batman Beyond, titled Zeta. This is written by Robert Goodman and directed by Dan Ribba.
Ribba.
Dun, 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 dun. See if you can do the theme song. Let's go.
We've tried it before. Remember when I started doing X-Men? I haven't done this in a while. I'm out of practice. It's really hard to play the harmonica when you're laughing. Ninjas can't catch you if you're on fire. See, I like it in a lower register. I like being around down here. Okay, it's over. Zeta.
So, if anyone wasn't watching the intro video along with that, go back and do that because that was fantastic. Science. That is the international symbol of science.
Yes, it is. Oh, Max! What about free will? Free will is an illusion. You're wrong, Max. This troubling question endures as researchers continue to discover the extent to which human behavior is preordained.
This one was just waiting for tenure.
Free will is an illusion. Max is back. Those are my first two notes.
There she's again.
I forgot. That's right. She's a robot. I was like, why is that bitch back? Oh, yeah, she's the robot.
And these guys.
Beeping. Oh, shit. They have a scanner.
There.
Fuck, they have a scanner, too. I'm a lady. Don't throw cocks at me.
Jesus. She can move.
She can. She's clearly a superhero. I'll call you when I know what's going on. Fucking Zeta stole that poor woman's car.
And how they're keeping up in this giant fucking truck.
It's the government.
They do what they want.
Exactly.
I also want the physics of this gun he's shooting.
What, the double barrel?
It's a giant U with 2 barrels.
Yeah.
I don't think science supports this.
Because what it does is it fires from each barrel, batarangs, to give the other one a chance to cool down. So you can fire more.
Can you imagine? You're like, this happens in real life. And your science teacher just punches through the top of your car.
And then just pulls guns out of her, like, out of herself.
Like, what goes through your head in that moment?
That this is clearly a fever dream. What the fuck's that gun? Either help or get out of the way.
You know he's
Love
in charge.
to teach. I didn't notice that before.
You know that dude's in charge because he has 3 barrels on his gun.
It's true.
Hello, ladies.
Let's go. Oh no. Zeta's such a weird ass design.
Yeah. Big ass shoulders.
Yeah, and like his neck extends because like that's not how he always looks.
So you guys want to make out?
What are you guys doing later? So we'll get there because there's fucking Babs. Because Zeta, we'll find out. Zeta can only copy like people.
Yeah.
Zeta has no imagination because they haven't input enough stuff into its brain, like ChatGPT. But when Zeta makes his own, that's the joke I made in one of the other episodes where I say, "Look, it's Zeta," because I just watched the Zeta episode, and that design was the fucking amalgam that Zeta makes. So I'm like, "Hey, look, it's Zeta." High school biology. They still use
robot.
They still use Sharpies to write on CDs in the future.
It's true.
You're not cleared for this information.
See, what you don't understand, Joe, is technology is cyclical.
Apparently. And she just has a picture of her dad on her desk for no fucking... She's a grown-ass woman with white hair with a picture of her dad. Not even like her and her dad. No. Just a picture of old Jimmy on her desk.
The evidence I have to my claim that technology is cyclical is people are buying fucking records.
You saw that I'm going to have to buy a record, right?
What's up?
Macho Man's album, Be a
Man. Oh, yeah, I was going to send that to you.
I really want it, because it's going to be on purple vinyl, too.
I almost bought a record, actually. What was it for?
Hypocrite.
I forget. There was something, but it wasn't even that... I was just going to frame it.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like shit.
I'm not going to play the fucking album. I just want to own Be a Man with the song. Yeah, it has a song called Be a Man Hogan. Yeah, it's a titular track. And then
if you haven't heard Be a Man Hogan, then you have not listened to rap's greatest track.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what makes that album even funnier is he has a very sincerely sweet, sentimental song dedicated to Mr. Perfect because Mr. Perfect had died right before he did the album. So he really has a song dedicated to Mr. Perfect, and he is being sincerely sweet.
What was the other song we used to legitimately just me and my buddies, like, it was Be a Man Hogan, there's another track on there, and when people would just come over, we would just put it on just to get people's reactions to it. And I forget what it was now.
Let's find out together. Because fuck Johnny Five. For those that don't know, this is just the plot to short. This is just the plot to Short Circuit.
Infiltration Unit Zeta. My watch is currently blowing up because I'm getting pictures of every page this person has, so I can pick out which page of original art I want.
Funny. That's funny. So, songs. Oh, I wanted songs. Okay, here we go. Perfect Friend. That's the one that's dedicated to Mr. Perfect.
It's not that one.
Macho Thang. Hit the Floor. Be a Man. Tear It Up. Feel the Madness. I'm Back. Intro. What's that all about? Remember me. Gonna be trouble. Are you ready?
I think it's I'm back.
Okay. Get back. Let's get it on.
Please tell me Let's Get It On is a love song.
I don't know. Was Randy Savage a good guy? Well, yeah.
Well, you see, he died just in time to give the Earth
Yes.
the elbow drop, so that it didn't.
He protected us
destroyed.
from the monster Jesus Christ.
Oh God, this robot's about to rape her.
Sorry, a very funny tweet. There are no hot goth/alt women. The worst thing a woman can do is be goth/alt. All that weird makeup and sexy black leather. If I see any, it's on Twitter. If I see any hot goth/alt chicks replying to this tweet with pics, it would ruin my day. So don't do it. I'm gonna be so mad. And then the first reply from the person. Titties.
Hamilton Hill High School.
Fucking Hamilton Hill. It's almost as bad as Hamilton the musical. Fucking white boy rap. I like that in the darkness you can't see the steering wheel, so it looks like she's just miming driving.
So you know it's a van full of spooks because it's green.
That's racist.
It's not racist. I'll fight this to the end.
You didn't. Somebody tweeted, "Dear pussies, pussy is not a reference to a part of women's anatomy. It's short, and this is real. This is true. It's short for pusillanimous." And then I went, "No, that's not real." So I looked it up, and it gets better because the Latin root is related to the term for boy. So literally calling someone a pussy is saying they're a little boy.
Which has now made that word not only make sense, but now useful. So when everyone gets mad at me saying it's misogynist, I'm like, no, I'm calling them a little boy.
Yeah. But like that, it's like the fucking circle, the argument we had about baby it's cold outside. Like this is the same thing where it's like, well, being a pussy, why? Why is it bad to be a pussy? Well, because if you look at the Latin root, because the Latin root word literally means like little mind, or actually no, excuse me, pusillanimous means scaredy cat or lacking courage, because the root words mean like little mind. And then little is related to boy. Like, so it's like there really is a Latin reason to call someone a fucking pussy. And why is it took until 2023 for someone to be brave enough to be like, no, man, like, that's not what that's about.
Listen, there's times where I feel like I want to...
By the way, I just find this funny, where it's like, okay, so I'm going to take these guns that are a part of my body... and I'm just going to throw them in the garbage.
Yeah, Zeta's a pacifist now.
I myself have dabbled in pacifism. I just watched that Monday. Because Monday's the day of the dude. Because that's the original release date for Lebowski. So this is the 25th anniversary of Lebowski. Yes.
We're jam-packed with things this week.
The day of the dude is my birthday.
Fantastic. It's blue.
I wrote that down. Blue Batarang. I wrote it down.
So we had that. We had Mario Day, and then the band 311.
Yeah.
My sister's like a huge fan. So like every time something 311 pops up.
Oh, she fucked a lot, didn't she?
Probably. Every time something 311 pops up, she has to point it out. And then today on Facebook, she's like, "It's 311 Day, everybody! Happy 311 Day!" And I just responded with, "So what's 311 about?"
This song's dedicated to Chris's sister's pussy.
I really hope she doesn't listen to this. the text I get next week.
Why the fuck are you dedicating a song to my pussy? I was dedicating it to your little boy. Oh man, we are in rare form. Zeta brought out the best in us.
For the record, one is legal. The second one will be legal in a couple of weeks. The third, not so much.
Oh
no, he's gonna get stamped.
I'm trying to do Amber. I can't remember Amber. It's been too long. Amber is the color of the energy.
That chip got real big after Batman left.
He's just got a fucking circle on his dick. It just...
It's a dude with 3 gun barrels. They're fucked.
Now they have tuning fork guns. Fucking Korean animators. And then, no, this is my best part. Well, I threw all my guns away, so fuck it. Here's a fucking cannon. Like, what the... I feel like you missed the point of the pacifism speech. Because his instant was, well, fuck, I threw my guns away. Let me just take this giant fucking thing.
I guess I'll just go full Terminator.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of. I thought of the Gatling gun. And then Terry's like, well, let me keep using this. What the fuck?
If only we had N95 masks.
Swoosh.
I'll get you, Batman.
And you, Johnny Five. Johnny Five's still alive.
Let's go to some random dump.
Yeah, you know. Just like Terminator. He was not a terrorist. His associates were terrorists. He was just a dude. That is not why I spared him. He tickled my balls. It felt good.
Terry's just like staring at him and be like, so why is your face like a U?
Because it's a pussy. I'm not kidding. This is the fucking plot to Short Circuit.
Oh yeah. Dude, they're gonna do Last Starship Fighter soon.
I know. They did it better, though. I prefer the way they did it. Because I literally, when I started watching the episode, I'm like, we're really doing Last Starfighter? And they're like, oh no, this is much better.
Yeah. Alright.
Let's go stand by the open fucking chasm in the side of this place.
I don't think we can trust this robot.
His
Listen.
name's Terry. Just say Terry. It's not that much shorter to say Terror.
Listen, Terry. I fucked this robot. We can trust him.
I fucked this robot.
It was really shway.
Fuck you. That comes up in a couple episodes too where I'm just like, fuck you.
Watching it by myself, I laughed just because I knew how angry you were going to be.
My note when they said that preview, I hate these motherfuckers.
Did you ultra hate these motherfuckers?
Yes.
Am I even real?
Oh, here we go.
Am I a person?
Here's the weird bump. There you go. It's fucking... They bet that motherfucker.
I don't stand out at all in this body.
That is the funny part, too. It's like when a cop tries... Hello, fellow kids.
It's a white dude with a fucking Chinese symbol on his chest.
Ah, it's the future. The future's Chinese.
No, it's Japanese.
No. It's Chinese now.
Nowadays, yes.
Yeah.
Back then, we were afraid of Japanese.
We were afraid of Japanese.
Yes.
And then he put a period on that sentence. Just want to point that out.
I stand by that sentence.
That's how you know it's the future. There's a monorail.
Yes. And in about 20 years, the future will be Korean.
Yeah. Have you seen Korean women? They're beautiful.
Yes. I was very close to a Korean woman that was raised by Italian people.
Oh, there you go.
So
that's the moneymaker
she
right there.
Make lasagna for me.
Dante, not every woman will bring you lasagna at work. Most of them will just cheat on you. I've lived long enough to know, yes, that is in fact true.
It's true. Well, this is kind of fucked up.
So here's the weirdest part. That apparently is stuck in him. How? Like, It's a hologram. It's not real. It's not hard lasers. Excuse me. Pwapa!
Alright, I'll just be a robot again?
Yep, fuck it. I look at this too, how quickly he gives up. He's like, fuck it. Guess I'm a robot. He's in there. Now we have tuning forks and yu-yus and woo-woos.
That thing.
We got all these cool the fucking glasses too. Batman again not using his goddamn camouflage. Oh, why isn't she allowed to have fucking sunglasses? Sexist. And he's got different sunglasses.
Again, yeah. He's got the 3 barrels, the green sunglasses. He's the alpha.
He's the ZZ Top. Cool sunglasses. Ah!
Thank you, Batman.
I wrote "What the fuck, Terry." I don't know why. I'm sure it applies multiple times. Terry does some wild shit. Nobody blames you. You're malfunctioning. I mean, you're shooting at him, dude. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't believe you either.
All right, Zeta. Grab his dick and twist it.
So, I've been watching Reliving the War on YouTube.
Okay.
Which is doing every episode of Raw and Nitro when they ran head to head, and then all the pay-per-views in that time frame.
Okay.
So he just did Royal Rumble '98, which I've not watched in a long time, but within the last couple months, you came over when I was watching like the last promo right before it, where Sean's doing the break it down, and then gets pulled into the casket.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot because it's a casket match. There is a part where they open the casket, Sean puts Undertaker into the casket, and then like straddles it because suck it. Mm. So he straddles it to do suck it, and Undertaker reaches up and grabs his dick and twists it, and I went, "Oh my god, it happened! This is the greatest match ever!" I'm just like, "Oh my god, it's happening!"
I love this. The government guys are like, "We did it. We killed him.
Yes.
We'll just leave his burning carcass there."
And then he just gets up and is like, "Alright, I'm gonna leave now. Bye."
Alright, Batman. I'm gonna be this dude now.
Yeah, nobody knows what this guy looks like.
He should have turned into the Grey Ghost and just ran away.
Camouflage, Terry! Oh yeah, he leaves explosion,
Yeah.
That's right. To cover it up. As they're like, I don't know, self-destruct? He didn't have a self-destruct.
I'll start digging.
Like, overall, it's a fine episode. I mean, I like Short Circuit. If you've never watched Short Circuit, go watch Short Circuit. Then you'll understand every time I say Johnny Five's still alive. I'm not just having a seizure.
I mean,
I'm not having a seizure. I had that intrusive thought last night. I'm saying it on the air. I don't fucking care. That I may have to apologize to you because there's a very high likelihood that as long as we're doing this podcast, you may... Oh, no, I skipped. Fucking HBO Max being an asshole. Okay. You may be the one to find me dead someday. Waka waka. Because I really want to, like, nobody else comes over. So yeah.
Well, once we get through all of Batman and we decide to do Golden Girls.
And Night Court's on Amazon Prime.
I never watched Night Court. I've never
Get
watched
out.
It. There's a reboot of Night Court.
No, we don't talk about that. We talk about the good shit. I told Craig that because we were talking about it. He goes, I love old Night Court too. That's why I give the new one a chance. I go, no, I'm just sick of them rebooting shit. No new shit, just old Night Court.
Because they're doing
It's a continuation. Apparently, the chick from Big Bang Theory, the hot one, not Kaylee Cuoco.
yes, she's the judge.
Yeah, and she's playing. So Harry Anderson played Harry Stone, was the original Night Court judge.
Yeah,
she's his daughter.
Yeah.
So it's literally a continuation.
No, they're doing Quantum Leap again. And listen, I know Quantum Leap wasn't that good. I get it. But I really liked Quantum Leap as a kid. I thought it was a fun show.
Yeah.
And this new one, I'm just like, what
He never made it home.
What the fuck is this? So yeah, I am sick of reboots too. You know there's a Magnum PI show out now?
Yeah, I think it's been out for a little bit, hasn't it? Because they did Hawaii Five-0. Remember that Hawaii Five-0 had a couple seasons.
I go a long time without watching TV, and then I've been watching TV again recently, and I'm like, these shows exist, and Magnum. I'm like Magnum, and I saw the ad for it. At least when they did Lethal Weapon, it was like, okay, it's Lethal Weapon with different dudes.
Yeah.
This is just it's not Magnum PI. It's just a generic action cop show that they're like, let's just call it Magnum PI and give him a mustache.
I mean, I'm sorry to break this to you, Chris. That's what Magnum PI was. It was a generic action cop show, and Tom Selleck had a mustache. That's all it was. I mean, it's not like they were a chipmunk or anything. That was Chippendale's Rescue Rangers.
Okay. I haven't watched a ton of fucking Magnum PI, but I'm watching it, I'm just like, I don't understand why you put Magnum PI on this, but they had an IP and they need to use it.
Well, remember they did MacGyver a couple years ago too.
Yes.
They did a new MacGyver.
Yes.
Now,
but didn't they at least try to do MacGyver? They just did it shittily.
Probably. Now the real test is going to be when they start doing like a new Highway to Heaven or a new Touched by an Angel, like the shit no one wants back.
If they do it,
I would love, like, that's where if I had fuck you money, right? If I had like real fuck you money, where like I could greenlight shows for networks, I would just find all the failed sitcoms and be like, we're gonna reboot that. We're gonna reboot the shit nobody wanted.
And Touched by an Angel better be the first one. Just so I can see what the fuck this disaster is.
It would just be as bad as the original one. It would be the exact same fucking show.
Yes. So,
Highway to Heaven would be fucking hilarious.
There's a new Bush commercial. Bush the beer.
Not Bush the pussy.
And it's
not Bush's baked beans.
Not Bush. Yes, exactly. And it's just this guy. It's
not
just
Bush the president.
That's where my mind was at first.
Yeah.
It's this outdoorsy guy with fucking beer.
I think I saw it earlier.
And at the end,
when I was watching Night Court.
Yeah, so he's talking about all the things you need when you're out in the wild, and the last one is shelter. And then it just opens up this tent, and Sarah McLachlan comes out.
Yes, and he goes, not that kind of shelter, Sarah McLachlan.
And I'm like, it made me so happy because it's one of those moments where, like, you don't think that people have a sense of humor about themselves or understand who they are.
Yeah.
And it just gave me that thing that, like, Sarah McLachlan knows who she is now, and I love it.
See, were you aware and listening to the radio when Sarah McLachlan was unironically popular?
Like, I remember her being a thing, yes, but I never really listened to the radio, to be honest with you.
Okay. Because there was, and it's one of those things that makes me laugh, because, like, obviously, because of the charity, the dog beating fucking things, the people that fuck dogs, because that song has gotten popular, and I'm like, that was, like, the least of her hits. Like, that wasn't even a hit. Mm-hmm. Like, there was legitimately a moment where she just had a radio hit every 3 months.
Yeah.
And they all, like, you listen to them, they're good songs, like, they're that time and place, mm-hmm. but they're good songs, they're good, like, pop rock songs, and it's just like, and now there's a whole fucking generation, oh god, I posted that yesterday, we're going to talk about that right now, because I had the thought, fuck you, this episode's going to be 65 minutes long. I delivered Thursday, I delivered somewhere, and the person that owns the business has never been very bright. They've been very aloof. And then their daughter was there. And their daughter is clearly an adult. I don't know, like maybe 21, 22, but like clearly an adult. And so the owner's like, well, I'm going to empty these boxes. Can you finish writing the check for him? And then the daughter goes, well, how do I write a check? And then I looked right at her and I said, thank you for making me feel old, because I'm not that old. And I've told you before, I've, like if I'm there, because there's been a couple times where I've been there and someone's had to write me a check and they're young and they're like, well, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, it's fine, like, I'll walk you through it. But, like, just not knowing, like, I learned how to write a check in school.
Oh, I didn't in school.
See, I learned in school.
My mother taught me. But
I learned in school. Like I told you, that's one of those things where it's like when people are like, they never taught me how to do taxes in school. Like, I learned how to do my easy taxes in school.
We didn't. I learned that through my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but that's one of those things where I say where it's like, maybe you weren't paying attention, or maybe like yours when you're saying, because I believe you. Like, where it's like, no, this didn't teach us. Or it wasn't one of the classes you took or whatever. But
what you don't understand is I went to a No Child Left Behind school.
Oh, that you went to the dumb person school. We can't teach the kids how to do their taxes, because then we'll have to fail them.
I went on the record. It's funny, because at the time, the school district I went to was one of the wealthiest school districts in the county. Yep. We were the only ones to get No Child Left Behind money.
That's funny. That is funny.
No, the moment I had where I felt old as shit was I was at the mall.
Mm-hmm. What was your first mistake? Go ahead.
Yes, and I was looking for a T-shirt that I've had forever, but I lost weight and now I can wear it again. But the old one is big, and I wanted a smaller one. It was a Thrasher shirt.
Okay.
Went to the skate shop in the mall. Everybody there's like fucking 12.
Right.
This woman walks up to me and says the phrase, "Are you Gucci?"
We've talked about this, haven't we?
We have, yeah. Okay. Not on air, though.
Yeah.
And I just looked back at her like she had a fucking third eye growing out of her forehead, and just thinking in my head, like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Was it an employee?
Yes.
Okay.
I truly...
That's still odd.
Yes, I truly did not understand what this person... Later on, the context, I know makes sense to everybody. But in the moment, I'm just like, what the fuck was just said to me? And I just looked at her, I said, I think...
So, my favorite was, you know how, like, that little phrase, Chuck just said that to me one day. He's like, we Gucci. And even that, he asked, he goes, we Gucci, baby, we Gucci. I went, what the fuck did you say? Like, I understood what he meant, but I'm still like, Chuck, we're middle-aged fat white guys with beards. We don't say Gucci.
And so the other one, I make fun of, listen, everybody, if you're comics fans, which maybe you are listening to the show, I don't know.
I would hope so.
But the man Travis Gibb, don't support his work, he's garbage. Love you, Travis. Travis uses the word lit, fire all the time.
Okay.
Lit, like those. Which, to this, I kind of understand what it means, but I'm just like, this is stupid. And it's because I'm an old man and I don't understand slang.
Yeah.
And so the joke I always make back to him, because he's older than me, he'd be like, man, that cover is fire. And I'd always just say back to him, like, there's not a single flame on this thing.
You are an old man. That's a dad joke.
That is a dad joke.
That's a dad joke.
So, ending with that dad joke, Joe, where can people find you online?
JoePank.com, JoePanc.com. You can follow me on Twitter while that still exists, till Elon has a fit and blows it all up.
Then you follow me.
You can go to Bumble. No, what was it? Mastodon. Mastodon was the Twitter killer.
Mastodon's trash.
I know. No, I think we talked about this on air, that Mastodon tried like 10 years ago, failed, and then they tried to do it again.
The only chance they had was Hive, and Hive blew their shot.
Anyway, Instagram, JoePank36, Twitter's, whatever, figure it out. Listen to an older episode. Here, that's the trap I'll lay for you. Go listen to an older episode. I say it there. Or if you want to support my behavior and get a future harmonica album, you can go to patreon.com/clicksnexus. I did say that, but I posted that after you sent me that. I go, today I learned I clearly have to release a harmonica album.
And I will support pressing a vinyl of that. As long as... Can we make the cover that sexy photo you had?
Sure.
With just the belt?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
We'll do that, that's fine.
Or we can recreate one of Duke Silver's album covers.
Yes, either way is fine.
Okay.
Either one's fine.
You can find me at Fortress Chris on pretty much any social media. Actually, on Hive. Mostly Twitter, though.
I was going to say, just you and yourself, just talking to yourself.
Pretty much. Me and two guys who are still mad about Twitter.
You on LiveJournal? You on LiveJournal?
No, but I'm working on my account there.
There you go.
Also, FortressComicNews.com. You can get all my stuff. And also Patreon.com/FortressComics. And there's probably also in the show notes affiliate links you can use to buy things that then support us doing more things. If I see more support, maybe we'll do a Golden Girls show.
And if you don't want us to live stream the new Golden Girls game, just make sure to send $1 to each of our Venmos every day so that we don't do that.
Yes. And remember, everybody, to, if you want to support the show without money, which I guess I can accept, you can give us a review on the podcatchers, whether it's iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google, whatever, all of them. Just support it there. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below in the YouTube version, and share with your friends. Thank you all so much for watching or listening this week, and we'll see you all here next week.
I know you're watching us. Wake up.